Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sarah, and today I'm doing my June wrap-up. Yes. So real talk, I don't have so many of the books that I read. They're at my parents' house, I think. I'm pretty sure. But I have most of the books that I read. Okay, I read 10 books. That's good. That's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. It's so hot right now. I'm like melting. It's like 30 degrees. I don't know what that is in America talk. Oh yeah, also happy 4th of July to my American people out there. Anyway, books. So the first book that I read was for school, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. Everybody knows what this book is about. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, they're all crazy and murdery, kind of, not really. It was good. Like, it was kind of boring. I feel that if I read this later and it wasn't required reading, I would like it a lot more. Next, I read, also for school, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This one I actually really liked, even though it was required reading. I am glad that it was required reading because I probably wouldn't have read it anytime soon if it wasn't. This one is like a cool dystopian babies. As you can see, our test tube babies here. Ladies don't give birth anymore. Everything is science. There's a very strict class structure based on your genetic attributes. This next book that I read is the book that I went and bought once I was done all my exams. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. ACOTAR. I am in love with it. This is my first time reading her writing, and I really want to read the Throne of Glass series now because the writing is the bomb. Like, the writing is so good, and Feyre was such a strong female character, and she wasn't just like this crappy Mary Sue that's like, oh my prince, I'm a virginal goddess, sweep me away. It's so much deeper than that, and I really loved it. And I love Beauty and the Beast, and I really love fairy books because I talk about fairy books a lot on here, so this is like one of my favorites that I've read in a long time. I know, I'm just adding to this like hype train of this book. Next, I read The Archive by Victoria Schwab, and this was like my second time trying to read it. 6 months ago, I picked it up at 2 in the morning and read like 25 pages. I got really confused because it was 2 in the morning, I guess, and I put it down and I was like, oh, I don't really like it. It's kind of like weird and I don't get it. And I didn't pick it up for a really long time, and I picked it up and I just like blew through this book so quickly. I really like the atmosphere of this book, and the concept is so different and new that I really liked it. Now, like, once you get into the world, like the world at first, you're kind of like, but I don't understand. But then it's really good, and there's like weaving of history and ghosts and magic and mindfuckery everywhere, and I really liked it. And I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't give it a second chance sooner, because 2 AM Sarah is not the same as other time Sarah, apparently. Next, I read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. This I read way back in the day when it came out in the library. I never bought them for some reason, and I don't know why, but I don't have my own copy. So I saw this one at the used bookstore, perfect condition, and I was like, oh my god, I need to buy this and reread it. I liked it. I mean, it like adds to the world of Harry Potter, and it's cool, and I just love the silly names. Okay, next I read book 3 and book 4 in the Balefire series by Kate Tiernan. Book 3, A Feather of Stone, I really liked, but I didn't like these books as much as I did the Wicca series, the Sweep series. It still is based on witchcraft in New Orleans. The main character finds out she's a twin. I think I've talked about it in my last month's wrap-up. Book 3 was like the beginning of like the downward, like, I don't know, the stories just didn't end. It was one continuous story. From book 1 to book 4, it just picked right up. There's no like really rising, falling action and ending. But yeah, so book 3, it was okay. I thought it was leading up to something epic, so I was like really excited to just like get the series over with, because it was kind of like so drawn out. I was like, hey, this could have been like 2 books. This could have been a duology, would have been great, but it wasn't. Book 4, Necklace of Water, worst ending ever. I hated it. I'm not gonna tell you why I hated it because that will spoil if you're interested in it. I just like, really? The beginning was like awesome. The second book was probably my favorite. The first one was like kind of world building. Second book was like, whoa, excitement. And book 3 was like, meh. But I was like hopeful it was gonna get better, but then book 4 was like, no. The next book I read was Lament by Maggie Stiefvater. This is book 1 in the Books of Fairy series. I like fairy books, so that part of it I like. I enjoyed this book, but it didn't blow me away. You know what I mean? Like, if you are just kind of looking for a fun, summery, fairy book, then yes, definitely read this. I'm definitely gonna read the second one because I looked up the reviews on that and people say that it's better than the first one. And I really, really liked the musical aspect because she's like a big music nerd. Spoilers, I'm kind of like a big, well, music nerd. I haven't played my instrument in a while though, so I don't know if I can still claim that title. Trumpet. What? Loud and obnoxious. I think it goes with my personality. Next, I read one of the greatest books that ever. It's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This book is so good. I watched this movie and I watched it so much. We were like constantly referencing the movie and I never picked up the book and I don't know why. And so I saw this in the used bookstore and I was like, I'm gonna buy it because it's $1 and I really want to read it. I don't know, what the writing is just like hilarious and the story is just like crazy but so funny. And I like chortled to myself. I gave a little sensible chuckle at a few times, you know? I'm definitely gonna read the rest of them. And I'm really ashamed that I haven't read this prior to this month, but it is ridiculous and hilarious and it's like sci-fi and like super, super British at the same time, as well as just a good time. Okay, and the last book that I read this month, I also left at my parents' house, but it is Shadows by Paula Weston. This book was recommended to me by Casey over at Casey Ann Books. She gives the best recommendations. I feel that every book that she talks about that I've read so far have been amazing. She has really good taste. And this book was really, really good. The idea of this story is there is a girl and her twin brother died in a horrible car accident about a year prior. After this happens, she runs away and goes to this awesome Australian tourist town. It's like a beachside town. But then this guy shows up. His name is Raphael is what it's short for, and essentially he tells her that not everything is what she sees. They are talking all about like the Nephilim, like in Shadowhunters, but they go by a different name. They are Rephaim. I'm totally saying that wrong. It's like a romance story involving conspiracy sort of stuff, like angels. Is like exciting. It has really good romance in it. It's like a little bit inappropriate if you're like a little bit younger. I think it would classify this book as a new adult book. That being said, super, super good. I know I said A Court of Thorns and Roses and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy were like some of my favorites, but this is like up there with them, the 3 favorites. I am probably going to be buying the rest of the series. Just straight up buying the rest of the series and then binge reading it because I need to know what happens next. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay, so those are all the books that I read. I think I had a really good reading month. I don't really have like a set TBR, especially because all of my books are pretty much packed up at my parents' house. So right now I am reading on my Kobo Hexed by Michelle Chris? I don't know how to say her last name. It's like a witch book. Very, very witchy. The main character is the quintessential cheerleader. Woo! And it's just like popular girl stuff. Kind of like, ooh, I'm super popular. But oh no, I don't want to be popular anymore. No, I'm gonna go with these losers and be my real self. It's kind of got like that overarching idea throughout the book, but then there's also magical societies and danger and death and witch stuff. But so I'm gonna finish this one probably today, and I'll let you guys know in my next wrap up what I think about it. So other than that, bringing it back. I'm gonna just like casually show you some books that I might read, but like no promises. So the first one that I am wanting to finish this month, I wasn't thinking, and I'm using it as a part of my tripod. It's a Game of Thrones in the A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. That was on my TBR last month. I read, I think, like 250 pages so far, but that's only like 20% of the book. Okay. Next option is Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. This is the Shadow Falls book 1. I need to read these because I own all of the Shadow Falls novels. There's like 5 of them, I think, and I own them all. But I've never read them, so that's so stupid. I need to stop buying series without reading the first book at least. At least read the first book. Next I have quintessential summer romance novel. That is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Her writing is really good, so I'll probably like it. I just have this weird aversion to picking up contemporary books, and I generally end up liking the ones that I read, so we're gonna see what happens. But I feel that this is just like super summery, you know what I mean. Next option is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This I really want to read. I have all the books in the series. Also, I do that a lot. I've heard so many good things about this book. It's just like children with mutant-y powers, there's concentration camps, but for mutant people, and I really want to read this. I'm sure it'll be just fabulous. Next option is The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. I love Holly Black's writing. In high school, she was my jam. Holly Black is just like one of those writers that anything she writes, I just really love. So I finally got my hands on a copy of this, and I just want to read it. And I hope that I get to it this month. Next book is These Broken Stars by Megan Spooner and Amy Kaufman. I said that backwards. Oh well. Space and romancy stuff and stuff. Okay, last book. Oh god, I'm sweating so much right now. I apologize. I'm glowing. The last book is In the Shadow of Blackbirds by Kat Winters. Last month I read The Cure for Dreaming by Kat Winters, and that book just like blew me away. The writing style and the creepy and the awesome atmosphere of the whole story was just so good, and this was the book she wrote before A Cure for Dreaming. It has nothing to do with it, and it has like the whole picture thing all up in this bitch, which I also love. This is all about, like, I think World War I. She doesn't believe in spirits, and she steps off the train in San Diego and into a new life. And it has seances and creepy stuff. World War I, which is super fascinating to me, and it's like the whole metaphysical world shit, and the writing she does is so good. And in A Cure for Dreaming, the research that she did for that story was phenomenal, and the back had so many references that she had used and like recommended reading. But she has like all these books that she read for ideas, and it's not just her pulling shit out of a hat like a shitty magician. She's researching it like a pro, and I know I'm gonna like it, so I hope to read it this month. But yeah, I mean, those are all the options. Let me know in the comments down below what you think I should read first after I'm done Hexed, because why not? Tell me what to read, people of the internet. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching my video. My name is Sarah, and I will see you guys later.